dealing with her, you gotta deal with me for the rest of sucker. You gonna be calling me, man. Y'all wanna know? I ain't gonna be messy, man. I ain't gonna be messy, man. Let me chill, man. Bro, stop calling my girl, bro. Why you calling her? Jay call me? Bro, why you calling her? I'm gonna leave that alone. Let me start, y'all. You know, yeah, we both moved on. She happy, I'm happy. We cool. Everything cool. Better not call my phone no more.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I told y'all, look, I tried to tell y'all. So the video that you guys just seen in the beginning of this video was Tracy T, which is rapper Kashdoll's baby daddy, and he's talking about receiving a phone call from Kashdoll's new boyfriend, NFL star ZaDarius Smith. Now, I want to go ahead and break down everything that Tracy T was saying in the story that he's basically telling or insinuating. Like, he calls himself not trying to be messy, but still he's giving us hints to what happened. So let's go ahead and get into it. So seemingly this is what he's explaining. He had received a call from his baby mother Kashdoll right earlier, but he did not answer it. So he decided to get back to her by calling her back, right? She didn't answer the phone when he called her back. So later on, he received a phone call from what he thought was his baby mother Kashdoll, but in actuality, allegedly, it was her new boyfriend, ZaDarius Smith. And he gets on the phone questioning Tracy T, talking about, why you calling my girl, bruh? Now, he doesn't explain how that phone call went and what happened after that, but obviously he was very frustrated and he decided to bring it to live. Okay, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I do have a lot to say about this, so let's go ahead and get into it. So first things first, a little disclaimer, I'm not gonna say that I'm all for Tracy T because I really do feel like he trolls a lot. Okay, I understand where he's coming from in this live because I do feel like 100% he is speaking facts in this live, but he does troll a lot. I understand when he gets on live and when he gets on social media, a lot of people bring up his baby mother Kashdoll to him, but still, he pays a lot of those comments a lot of attention. He decides to go in on talking about Kashdoll and her new relationship when in actuality, he could just ignore it and not say anything about his baby mother Kashdoll. Okay, so like I said, not saying that, oh, I'm all the way here for Tracy T, because who really knows what happened between Kashdoll and him, but I have seen some interviews where Kashdoll was like, yeah, I just didn't want to go through some of the things that he was putting me through, and who knows what that was. So like I said, not all the way on his side, but what ZaDarius Smith allegedly did was completely uncalled for. Now, I also want to say this before I get into the real tea about it and really give my thoughts and opinions about this. I understand that there is three sides to the story. I'm not naive enough to not understand that there is three sides. There's ZaDarius Smith and Kashdoll's side, there's Tracy T's side, and then there's the truth lying somewhere in the middle, and we just don't know what that truth is. But from everything that we got from Tracy T, yes, ZaDarius Smith was 100% wrong. I made my previous video about how it seems like ZaDarius Smith is kind of showing some red flags within his relationship with Kashdoll, especially because she got on the interview with the Shade Room saying, that her man does not want her to wear any makeup. And I got a lot of kickback for it. You know, a lot of people were saying, no, my man loves me with no makeup. We have a healthy relationship. And some people were saying that I was projecting as well. I really want people to understand projecting. I feel like it's more so of a thing where it's like, no, I've been through this, so she's definitely going through it, right? It's where I'm acting like it's facts because I went through it, because this woman went through it and this woman went through it. And they had a man who said the same thing. She's going to go through the same thing. But I reiterated myself continuously in my last video, and I let you guys know that just because we've been through it, us other women have been through it, and we've had a man who told us, yeah, you're beautiful without makeup, stop wearing it, I want you to not wear it, doesn't mean that that's what Kashdoll is going to go through. But we are warning Kashdoll. You know, it could be. So I didn't really feel like it was more so projecting. It was just like, look, warning, girl. Okay, because we have definitely been through it. But I do feel like this is definitely another red flag. Now, I've never been through a situation where somebody literally decides to take my phone, call my ex, or call anybody who I've been with, or baby daddy. I've never been through that type of situation, but I will definitely tell you guys, I have definitely seen a situation like this, and the person was controlling. Okay, they were 100% for sure a controlling individual, and they were controlling to their partner in that relationship. It was super messy what ZaDarius Smith did. I honestly don't feel like he had the right to take Kashdoll's phone and do that and call her baby daddy, especially him talking about, why are you calling my girl? Tracy T is right. That is his baby mother. He's going to have to deal with Kashdoll for some years. The kids are still very young, okay? There doesn't need to be any pettiness going on. If anything, ZaDarius Smith should be coming on the phone with Tracy T. Introduce yourself, like introduce yourself to him. Hey man, how you doing? I'm yo, baby mama's new man. I just want to let you know that there's no animosity, there's no beef. I'm cool with being cool. I don't know if you guys know or not, but ZaDarius Smith, he has 2 young kids as well as Kashdoll, and their kids just met. So I'm like, if they're trying to mesh their families together, wouldn't, ZaDarius Smith find it important to be cool with Kashdoll's baby daddy? Like, why would he do that, initiate some type of beef between them, unless he just feels some type of way about, and this is what I was talking about, Tracy T with the trolling, because maybe Tracy T did say something about Kashdoll and ZaDarius Smith, and ZaDarius Smith became aware of it, and that's his issue that he has with them. Then that's a whole nother story, right? But if he's just getting on the phone, and he still could have confronted him about that, like, look, bro, I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? That is the baby daddy. Tracy T is right. Regardless, he has to deal with him for some years because that is his baby mother. Okay, Kashdoll is his baby mother, so ZaDarius Smith should have came very respectful, because think about this, guys. If it was the other way around, because ZaDarius Smith, he has a baby mother, if Kashdoll would have taken his phone, right? ZaDarius Smith, her new man's phone, and would have been like, and called his baby mother and would have been like, why you calling my man? Wouldn't she be messy? Wouldn't that be messed up? That would be very messed up for her to do. And I bet y'all ZaDarius Smith just wouldn't be going for it. He would not even be going for Kashdoll doing anything like that. So honestly, I love some Kashdoll. I honestly really do love some Kashdoll, but I honestly couldn't believe that she would go for something like that, or let him do something I don't think that ZaDarius Smith should have been allowed to do anything like that. And I understand Kashdoll is a grown woman, she could do whatever she wants, but I don't think that she should allow him to do things like that, because that could definitely mess up her relationship with her baby daddy, Tracy T. Okay, but also, more so, I think honestly a lot of us may look at it like, oh my gosh, if you're a little naive, you're gonna look at it like, oh my gosh, he's standing up for his boo, but if you're a little mature in nature, if you've seen certain things, if you're wise, you would understand that some people who like to have control over you or control over their partner, they don't necessarily do it to stand up for their partner. They just want to show how much power they have. Like, look at how much power I have over this person, that I could literally take her phone, call her baby daddy, and start some type of beef or drama with him. And that's just the very unfortunate thing about this situation. And I don't know, I just worry about our girl Kashdoll, because the red flags are definitely red flagging already. And I don't want to see her go through any more hurt and pain. I said this in my last video that I did feel like Kashdoll was a little more vulnerable after her breakup with Tracy T, which definitely could have led her in a situation where she's with a narc. I don't like to just throw that word around. I always say this, I can't diagnose anyone, but yeah, she could be a little more susceptible because of everything that she went through with Tracy T. That breakup just didn't seem great. It seemed like maybe she was in a vulnerable place. So I just hope things honestly do get better, because on this channel, we don't like to come off as haters at all, but we just want to let it be known when the red flags are out there and they're showing. So for me to make the video that I made about, him not wanting her to wear makeup, I understand what people were saying. This is definitely a safe space for anybody to share their thoughts and opinions in the comment section. If you felt like, it wasn't a problem for him to be saying, look, I don't want you wearing makeup, it is what it is. But this seemingly is the second red flag. I felt like this was just completely like out of the park wrong. Like, you don't do that. If anything, I do feel like ZaDarius Smith should have some type of respect for Tracy T, whether Tracy T and Kashdoll didn't work out. And I do feel like maybe in a way it could be the animosity for ZaDarius Smith towards Tracy T could be where he probably feels like, oh, well, you didn't treat Kashdoll right? Or it could be that maybe Kashdoll is saying that, oh, I don't like my baby dad. Oh, he's this, he's that. But then again, we have to think about the fact that Tracy T just said on this live that Kashdoll called him first. And he was just returning the call. He was calling her back. Okay, if Kashdoll just didn't like her baby daddy so much, if she had so much animosity towards him, then she probably wouldn't be calling him at all, right? I mean, even if she's like trying to show him the kids or something like that, she probably just wouldn't be calling him, right? I don't know. That's just my honest thoughts and opinions. But y'all let me know what y'all feel about this in the comment section. Definitely felt like this was a big red flag. Didn't feel like ZaDarius Smith should be doing anything like that. But, who ultimately has the say-so is Kashdoll. Kashdoll definitely has the say-so, but I would have to say as women, definitely make sure that you have control over your life and your situation, especially your situations that came before your new boyfriend, because you don't want him to mess up anything that you have going on, or for him to, be messy. I honestly do think, this is just my honest opinion, ZaDarius Smith may just have some more growing to do before he's ready for a serious relationship, because I do think that a man who, is respectable and a man with high value would know how to carry himself with a woman who has a baby daddy and who has kids. And while he may be great with the kids, I think it's important to be respectful towards the baby daddy. That was just completely uncalled for to do, especially if Tracy T is saying basically, ZaDarius Smith decided to take Kashdoll's phone and call him and say that. Definitely petty and messed up. If anything, if you see yourself with someone long term and they have a baby daddy, you would want to make sure that y'all are cool and keep things cordial instead of starting drama. That's just the way that I see it. I don't know, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this. I wasn't for it, y'all. Let me know what you think. Once again, thank you for watching Room for Tea. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in my next video. Have a blessed rest of your night.